And with that, the 2024 trading season comes to an end. Welcome 2025. So friends, I'm here for the last time in this year, and I just want to use this video right now to talk a little bit about my personal year as a Forex trader and also showcasing some form of transparency by sharing with you guys my journey from this year. I'm gonna review it here together with you, and I'm also gonna share my thoughts about it, but also my future plans right now for 2025. And I'm gonna make some crazy announcements because I'm so hyped for the next year. I can't even tell you guys. So, hope you can enjoy this video. It's gonna be a raw, uncut video, so I can upload it right now before the new year starts. I'm recording this right now, 6 hours before the new year starts. So hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like and share it with someone who needs this more motivational video, as well as I'm gonna dive into the understanding of Forex trading and futures trading. So it's gonna be a lot of value regarding everything. We will talk about how trading works, what concepts are important, and so on, how I'm trading, revealing some parts of my strategy, and also the most important things, how to get at the end for real profitable. All right, let's get over it. So let's just start with the beginning of this year. And for me, if I'm honest, it started already a little bit earlier because I'm already now, it's gonna be now my 6th year in this business, and it was a roller coaster for real. Like every year, up and downs multiple times. But this kind of thing stopped a little bit after I was more experienced. And especially right now, this year, it was crazy because it started already in December with being one of my best months ever. And that was 2023. So you can imagine what kind of motivation I had inside of myself and how crazy I was to destroy the markets in the next year. And 2024 started with January, February to be insane, like really insane. I had such big payouts consistently with multiple Propfirms. I've been top funded with 2.2 million, and I received a bunch of payouts, as well as I was trading with my personal account as well. So you can say that was really, really good profitable for me at the beginning. But then I gotta say it was a bad phase that started. And it was not even my fault because it started with the crack of the prop firm industry. I was denied a couple of payouts because of prop firms shutting down. So I never received a bunch of money, and I was close to not reach my biggest payout of the year, with one funded account making almost 30,000 in profit. And that was quite big, and it was very close for me to not receive it. But the good thing was I could get it, but another 30,000 was missing from that one prop firm. I don't want to now talk too much about all these prop firms, about their names and how they're doing it, because I gotta really say many of them just shut down. Many of them, which I worked very closely, and I even was discussing some partnerships and stuff like this, and then they cracked down. It's been a very tough journey, especially for me, because I really had big success with prop firms, and that all started for me in 2023. This is where I received the biggest payouts. And on 2024, I started in the first 2 months very good, but as I just mentioned, it was kind of a bad journey. And I kept going to try my best to make money in the industry, and then I switched to personal capitals. And that was for me probably the biggest game changer that I've learned. To return back to the good old depositing money into a broker account and to trade it. I've never been too much into that since I discovered Propfirms, because I was about, Propfirms the best thing, new opportunity, low risk, and all that things, right? We all know about it. And I really liked the system. But I also found out for myself a new system, which is with the personal capital. So right now to show you what I do now, or to share with you what I'm doing right now, I kind of go both ways, right? Because prop firms kind of came back since that one problem, and now they're starting to build again new trust in the industry, having better products, and it seems like the old vibe is here. And I'm trying to use this energy to bring it in 2025. So I've already started a couple of projects with different prop firms where I want to share with you the total journey, like how I passed it, how I took payouts, how I took trades, and so on, just to showcase you how it is to be a profitable trader at the end. And it doesn't mean that a profitable trader will be every month, every week, with every account always profitable. No, that can always be up and downs. So let's just keep going. I talked now a lot about the first Q1 of the year, which was this entire thing with me making good profits, but then also this problem, because we had that back in the days, the problem with meta quotes, with the license, and this is what they all started to break down. And most of the shitty prop firms are anyways, like, they're not here anymore. But that issue remained for a long while, because what happened to me as well is that some of the top prop firms passed their accounts, phase 1, phase 2, and I was denied to get the funded account. And they could not even name me the reason for that. So again, that was a shocking thing for me, because it was a very big account. It was a 400,000 account. And I failed the previous challenges with that one prop firm. And all they did is they refunded me the money, but only from the last challenge, which I passed. So imagine how hard that is actually to pass a 400k account, phase 1, phase 2. This is a lot of emotional pressure that you get while doing that. For me, that was never an easy game, to be honest, right? Passing is for me harder than trading with funded accounts. And I think for most of you, it is the same kind of thing. And yeah, of course, that was frustrating. That happened in Q2 to me, as far as I can remember. So yeah, Q2 was not a good month for me with prop firm trading in general. So I really went a lot into trading with the personal account. And I want to share quickly here a strategy that I use for personal capital for everyone who's interested in that. And I shared that already a couple of times here on YouTube. It's basically, you have to understand the game of numbers. If you understood that, and I think with prop firms you learn this concept the best, because you have to control your risk. You have to control everything, and you have to work with risk reward in order for you to even get profitable. You need to have a proven edge, right? And what I did is I just used a normal account, let's say 1,000 or 10,000. And what I did with those personal accounts is I've been risking 10% out of it. Because with a funded account, with a challenge, you always have access to only 10% of the capital. So having only access to 10% from, for instance, a 100k account gives you only access to 10,000 that you can trade at the end, right? Which you can use to risk. So it's the same thing as trading with a 10,000 real account. And if you take from a 10,000 real account only 10%, you come to a 1,000 risk per trade, which would be the same as you would trade with a funded account. If you're profitable, and if you could then, for instance, pass that challenge, you would then actually make on that 10,000 real account 10,000 profit, because that would be the 10% target. So in reality, and this is also why prop firm trading might be very hard, especially for passing the challenge, especially to pass the first phase, is because they want you to flip the account, right? So the performance itself is what you need to do. But flipping an account, and I know this always sounds so crazy, because people, when they talk about this, they always say, wow, this is gambling, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, when you trade, instead of a 1-to-1 risk reward, and you do a 1-to-2, this is also flip. right? Like you're flipping your risk to get the reward, right? It's the same kind of thing. The system risk reward is flipping if it's positive, right? And if it's negative, it's not, right? It's actually not good if you can't do that. So every single time when you risk something, you want to make at least double of that, right? You want to make a 1 to 2. You don't want to make the same, right? You want to make more than that. So why not applying this logical thinking here into your personal capital? You will be instant funding from day one. Of course, you have higher risk because you would lose the entire account. You would lose 10,000 euro or dollars. And with a funded account, you would only lose the fee. Of course, this is the huge benefit with Propfirms. This is why I'm also a big fan of Propfirms, especially that they even refund you that fee on your first payout and you're risk-free afterwards. But the issue that you have with Propfirms is that they are very slow, right? Denying payouts, right? Shutting down. And this is not something you want as a trader. As a trader, it's important from my point of view to have access to speed because market phases are changing. There are market phases when you can perform better and when you're not so good. And this is also what I want to include in this recap because I thought at the beginning of 2024, I'm going to be unstoppable the entire year, but I wasn't. It happened again to me that I had a phase where I was not so good. And it was prior August this time. Almost the same time as the year before. So I should be better. I should understood that. And I was better than the year before. The phase was not so long anymore than it was the year before, but still it came. Still, I blowed funded accounts. I blowed also personal accounts. It is what it happened. I was able to do the biggest flips this year. My biggest flip was from 1,000 into 50,000. And it took me 1.5 months. I also made a video on that here on YouTube if you want to check it out. Very crazy. And I learned a lot this year, especially through this account flipping journey. And also everything came from the problem from Propfirms. So I want to share that with you guys so you understand this. Whenever something seems bad, there's always something good you can take out of it. And for me, this is what I took out of this bad situation with the Propfirms. I was better at risking my money, my risk, and improving my trading that way. But again, something else happened to me this year. It was the very first time that I was put under some restrictions in trading. What does that mean? I was not able to risk more than 1% per trade. I was not able to enter a trade without a stop loss. And I was not able to open up multiple positions. Boom. Most of you traders would now say, okay, Darius, this seems like a scam Propfirm. This seems like an impossible way for me to even trade. It seems for me like this is not what I want to do in the future. And yes, I thought about the same things at the beginning. I thought about, okay, I'm again in a bad phase. I'm again getting knocked out by the industry. Again, the odds are against me. But hey, what have I done in that situation? Again, I used it to my advantage. And I was improving myself again. It literally taught me risk management from a new perspective. Because what I did in the past, or what I was used to do sometimes, is that I was risking more than the risk I was actually putting into my MetaTrader or planning the lot size I used. And instead of me closing sometimes at a 1% or getting triggered by the stop loss, I've lost sometimes 2 times that, or even 3 times that risk, because I wanted to give it a little bit more space to breathe. This option was not there anymore for me, because if I would give that option, I would lose that funded account instantly. And that is not what I wanted to do. So I had to think differently in terms of risk and in terms of how to select my setups. But also the future space taught me this kind of thing. With having trailing drawdowns to your setups, making it for you even harder than some risk limitations. So definitely, I gotta say, this year was crazy for me, for real. I learned so much because I had to be selective with my setups more than I was anyway. I've been always a good trader to select what I see on the charts. I'm very good at memorizing my setups. I'm going to also dig now a little bit deeper into my strategy and explaining to you the most important things that you need, but also what I have planned for the future in order to provide you guys a lot of value here on YouTube. Because my YouTube season is going to start 2025 and it's going to be a very big journey. Listen closely to what I want to share with you here. So, back to the point. I was under restrictions. I was under conditions which are actually only like those conditions they want from me to be the best trader, to be the best version of myself at the end in order to even participate and to succeed in that system. Because if you can't open multiple positions, how often have you done that? Entered in a trade, long, goes into a loss or in drawdown, and I get entering a new position, and then finally goes up and you make the profit. But if it goes in the wrong direction, you lose the account. I've done that too often. And I learned from my mistakes, of course, but still I was doing them. But with this restriction, I could not even do it anymore. So I used it as an advantage to get better at trading, to be more selective. And I was very consistent with that result as well. I shared also that here on YouTube with you here. And it was for me a good game changer to be like that and to trade like that. And I'm happy that this happened to me. As well as digging into the future space to understand all of these things. It was great. So, yeah. What else do I want to share with you regarding this? I think when it comes to trading and being profitable in trading and actually like really making it your life, like you can live from it, requires a lot from you guys. Really a lot. You haven't seen me personally doing too much stuff like other influencers are probably doing it. I have a big following on Instagram, yes. Still, you've seen me probably most of the times only grinding. I was the entire time trading, improving, working on myself. Because at the end, it's still only like I only have 6 years, right? If someone below 6 years flexing so many cars, flexing a lifestyle, if you trust people like this, yes, there are a few of them who really do it, who are really very smart, but they really work their ass off to get it, or they just had a better position in life in general, and therefore it was easier for him to reach that level. But for the most, that's not the reality. For the most, they really have to work for it to get it. I did that the same, and I'm still doing it because I still want to get better and better and better. I'm still not there yet where I want to be, but I'm getting closer and closer year by year. And there are always a lot of things that will go in your way, right? Sometimes in a positive way, sometimes in a negative one. Sometimes it's very negative. It's really gonna like take energy from you. It's gonna not give you the best results that you normally could have obtained. But it's gonna teach you things that in the future, it's gonna give you then the experience and the knowledge to get better. And always be grateful when you see things like that. When you have obstacles in your way, use them to learn from it. Use it to get better. And this is practically the life of a trader. It's not an easy path. You gotta understand, only 5% of traders are successful, guys. For real, 5%. But if you look on social media, it seems like 50% are successful or 30% are successful. But that's not true. Most of them are liars. For real. You gotta understand that. Most of them have some deals, and this is what they can actually live from. They have better positions. They can risk much more on their trades because they have a fixed income based on some big deals. There are some very famous traders and flexing that they've made 100,000 or 150,000 in one trade and trying to say how good they are. At the end, if you view what they did, all they did is actually a one-to-one risk and reward because they put down their monthly income that they have from deals in order to make that reward. And for them, it's just at the end, if you have a little bit of a statistical advantage and you can do that, and you figure out right now this is a good high quality setup, you then will eventually try to risk that. And if it doesn't work at that month, you don't show it. And if in the next month it's gonna work, then you will show it to the audience. People will believe you are a good trader and people will give you money to teach them. And I think this is the most toxic thing about trading, the trading industry itself. And I'm also gonna tell you how I'm gonna try to change that and how I'm gonna actually try to give you some value because of you supporting me here. I want to really grow this YouTube channel. I want to make it big because I want to actually help people. I've always been the type of guy to help and to share because I know how hard this thing is. For me, this was not an easy way, guys. I can't tell you how hard this journey was for me, and especially the first years. And I know how many people will lose money at the beginning. And I will not be here forever. I'm just saying it. I will not be here forever. I will not always teach people. I will do it 100% this year. But will I do it next year or the other year? We never know, right? But I'm trying my best to stay here because I enjoy this. Right now, I'm in the phase of enjoying to teach what I see because it also helps me, right? It's not just for you guys. It's also for me. I wouldn't teach if it would not benefit me. But I have to backtest, guys, anyway. I have to analyze the charts anyway. So why not sharing it with someone? Why not teaching? Why not creating a community? Why not helping others? Why not creating positive energy with the thing you do? Trading is such a lonely business. And this is why I created the inner circle. The inner circle should not be just based on education, right? Because if education would be the reason why you will actually succeed, then why aren't you successful with watching hundreds of ICT videos for free? Why? Because it's not the education. I'm just saying it how it is. It's not the education alone. There is much more than that. And I will explain it to you in this video. Because if you watch on YouTube, you can find a bunch of free education. So many. And everyone pretends to teach you the real things. This is the most toxic things probably. Everyone hears something, don't understand it, repackage that information, creates a new video out of it. You watch it. This guy has absolutely no idea how this concept works. He sells it to you as a free video, free education. You believe that. You try that out. You see it on the charts. Oh, wow, it works. But the next time it won't. Then again it's going to work, but then the next time again it won't. And you will never have a true understanding of how good that concept even is. And this is the hard part of it, guys. Trading is something where you can't see the results immediately. It takes a while. It's the same thing like going to the gym. If you go for 1 week to the gym, you will probably see very small things. But if you've been to the gym for 6 months, you will look like this. After 1 year, you will look like this. And so on. You will see the results in the future. In trading, the problem is that it takes longer than going to the gym. And for most of the people, they won't stick to it anymore. Most of the traders, they hop around from strategy to strategy. They don't see the results. They assume it might not work. It might not be effective. They're doing the wrong things. But it takes months to even make it work. And most of the traders, after doing these things for 3 years or so, they will give up. Some will do it for 4 years, will give up. 5 years, will give up. I was kind of profitable in my 3rd year. But am I the best trader in my 3rd year? Or was I? No. 100% not. It was okay. It was okay for the investment I did the years before, but it was not what I wanted. So I kept grinding. 4th year was better. 5th year was the best, right? Now 6 years. So you see what I'm trying to say. Education alone is definitely a big part, right? To get the real education. But putting into practice and also consistently doing it the right way is a different thing. You need someone who can share it with you. Someone who is actually going the way and shares it with you. ICT is not sharing with you enough information in order for you to get profitable. He shares with you the education, which is top notch. Nobody doubts that. I use a lot of ICT concepts, but I use my own way because I'm a unique person at the end. I have a unique strategy at the end. It's built on my character, on my personality. I know what I have to do. I collected the data. I know how to apply the concepts the right way. Because just watching 10 videos of ICT or 100 won't make me profitable. Because he will show me, or I will see some data from the past. Nothing that I can apply to the charts right now. And the market is slightly changing. The market is reacting based on a fundamental analysis, fundamental data, PPI, CPI, NFPs. The overall situation in the world. Who is the new president? Now we have Trump again from 2025. So a lot will change. Increased volatility maybe. Maybe we have to check out more Twitter, X posts from Trump then. And yeah, you need the most updated information. What happened yesterday is more relevant than what happened 10 years ago. Mechanics are the same, true. But should you learn from a price action from 10 years ago or from a price action that happened yesterday? And this is where we have a mentorship, and I'm not selling a course or something. I'm selling my time. We have 2 Zoom calls per week, but we only break down what happened the entire week, the entire time. But I break down for you every day before the price action happens in the London session and in the New York session with our specific kill zones, explaining you what my POIs are, what my targets are, what direction am I looking at, what confirmation am I looking at, what daily cycle variation we have right now, where my imbalances are to trade from, where my order block is that might be relevant at that day, where I'm looking for a displacement as an entry model, where I'm looking for inversion fair value gaps to take a trade from, and so on, guys. This is what I share every day because I'm trading that anyway, but I don't want to give you signals because this is not what I want to do. I don't want to share with you, hey guys, I'm buying right now, stop loss below, TP here. This won't make you a profitable trader because the moment when you see this, the moment when something like someone tells you this is going to happen and this is what I'm doing, it's going to affect your emotions and automatically you're going to do the same. And you won't be in the phase anymore to understand, hey, wait a little bit, maybe it's not right. Maybe I should go for the short now. Which is fine if you believe so, and you should do that. Right? You should take the short if you believe the short is what you should look for. Do it that way. Don't take the long if I say long, but you believe it's short. Learn from your own mistakes. And this in combination with discipline, right? I think you can only get that inside of a community where you see other traders also proactively trade the same way as you do. This is gonna get you better, but not by having someone, hey, I'm trading SMC, I'm trading retail, I'm trading ICT, I use only that concept, I use all concepts. No, with the fixed rules, everything the same knowledge, all in one community, and this is for me the inner circle. This is how we trade, guys. This is mentorship. Because why is not everybody shredded? Why is not everybody benching 100 kilo on the bench press? Why is not everyone super healthy? We all know what we have to do. We all know we have to go to the gym 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a week. We all know we have to eat protein every day. We all know we have to focus on high quality micronutrients to get in high quality food, right? We all know that. We should not go eat fast food. We all know that. Why are you still doing it? Right? Why are you doing the bad things and why aren't you doing the good things? The same with trading. You also know kind of what you should do, but you're not doing it the right way. And the reason is because there's no one to support you directly. A community will support you directly, but you need to be in a good community, not a community full of scammers, false knowledge, outdated knowledge. You gotta be with someone who's motivated. I'm motivated like crazy. I want to always get better and better every single day. I want to do the best out of my journey, and I want to share that because I know when I share that, it's increasing my power automatically. And this is also why in the next year, what you will get from you guys is a free bootcamp. Free bootcamp teaching you many strategies from my perspective, backed with my data, trade recaps, and so on. Kind of like a mini mentorship for free, just for you to see how much value you will get inside of the inner circle. Because in inner circle, you get everything live. Data is not always relevant. Data is relevant at that specific time. If you want to know what happens right now in the session you're trading, the data you need is right now. You don't need the data 10 hours later. Of course, you need the data too. You want to also recap it and understand what happened. This is why you need 2 forms of information, right? You need it before, maybe you even need it in between, and then afterwards, right? But if you only get this information afterwards, this is what everyone is sharing on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. Always that information afterwards. This is nothing worth anymore because everyone is doing it, right? The most important and valuable information is the one before. Before it happens, what is important today? Well, I got CPI. How should I behave? I'm not experienced. I don't know exactly what I have to do. We are in a consolidation on the monthly. Is it high quality to trade that month? I see a manipulation right now there. But is it a trap or is it the distribution, the right direction? So you see, a lot of questions. Questions that only someone experienced can actually explain it to you. But important it is only before. So this is the real education you get from the inner circle. And you will see how many satisfied people we have there. I have there people who are with me for so long, like from the last year, from the previous years, someone even 2 years or something. Still staying with me because he knows the value and he likes it, he gets results, and this is why they kept doing it with me. And this is what I tried to just tell you here, guys, because I'm motivated for next year. I'm motivated to provide you a lot of value. I also wanted to teach you now exactly how trading works, why I think most are failing. They are failing because of not having access to the entire information they need to really speed up their process. If you always learn with the information provided to you afterwards, it will take a lot, many years probably to make it work. This is why it also took me 3 years to even experience some form of profitability, but that was not that profitability that I always wanted to get. That happened afterwards, right? So keep that a little bit in mind. I hope you like this video, guys, right? Please share with someone, all right? And now you understand my plans. I'm looking forward to smash it next year, focusing on risk management, focusing on my trading plan, focusing on improving as much as I can. This is also what we do. I'm changing slightly my strategy. Not that much anymore, but some slight changes because you will always get better, understand things better, remember scenarios better. And this is how you can improve. This is how you can eliminate all the issues. You gotta think a little bit like a program, like an algo the entire time. Okay, I got option A, B, C, D. All right, if A, what needs to happen for option A? You got this scenario. For instance, let me take an example. You got an arranging Asian session. You have some POR right below, such as a fair value gap, some external liquidity, some internal liquidity, some order block, something like that. Price comes into it, gives you a reaction, gives you some form of break of structure, gives you some bullish fair value gap or something that you can use then to trade from. For instance, understanding you are in the cycle of the manipulation, expecting price to distribute higher because you have a key level above the Asian high range. Stuff like this, very simple, right? And you need that information before it happens. You need to understand what kind of situation you're right now, because you always have different perspectives, right? There's someone saying, no, it's a distribution, and I'm trading the continuation of that. But then I will tell you, hey, guys, for me, this is a high quality bullish setup because I know the setup. I experienced that setup already multiple times, and I was successfully trading in the opposite direction. So this is what I would share with you in a situation like this. And then you can actually capitalize from that, or you can learn from it, right? You will then see how this works. And I'm very accurate at that because I'm doing it for so long. And I share everything with results, with my MetaTrader screenshots. I don't have something to hide from you guys or something like this. This is how it works, guys, for us. These are my plans. Hope you like this video. Don't want to make it too long right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share it, like it, and see you guys. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me here everywhere. And see you guys. Happy New Year. I wish you the best New Year. We have also, quickly, forgot to say, a discount count. Oh, damn. I'm really finished with this year. I'm working probably a little bit too much sometimes. This is also what I want to do for the next year, like enjoying a little bit more, but also putting as much effort as I can into trading and also in the inner circle, of course. You probably don't see, like, from the outside, if you're not a member, how much energy I put into this community, because it's like I really want to make people as successful as it gets, and I know how hard this business can be. Even for me, sometimes it is hard. I told you that. I reflected the year with you together, and this is what I wanted to share with you. But here, I have a discount code for the Inner Circle lifetime access if you want to be with me and really giving me the trust that this is working for you. What we teach here, ICT concepts, of course, SMC concepts, my personal touch on everything with the Zoom calls, with the forecast every day. We do also live trading from time to time in the Discord. I can't do that the entire time. I'm not experienced enough to do it every single day or something, but I'm getting better at it and closer at it to do it. And I will do this more in the future. And looking forward for you guys to join this. Lifetime access, 30% discount. Check it down below. See you next year. Happy New Year. Have a nice one, guys. Bye-bye.